Attack on Titan can be very complex in its story due to the constant revelations of information that's foreshadowed over time. As the truth gets peeled back layer by layer, it's easy to misremember certain details or miss how the pieces actually fit together. I'm going to try and clear up some of the most common misconceptions I see in the comments of my shorts. Whether it's about Titan powers, the history of the world, you'd be surprised how many things people get wrong. The first one is, the first Karl Fritz of the Eldian Empire was the king who moved to Paradise. King Karl Fritz, the 145th king, is the one who felt remorse for the Eldians' actions and fled to Paradise Island. He built the three walls using colossal-like titans and erased his people's memories. That move was actually his way of ending the cycle of violence. He left behind a vow of pacifism, choosing to isolate Paradise and hoping that the world would one day forget about titans altogether. Another big misconception is that Ymir was a bloodborne Eldian. That's not true. In fact, it's the opposite. Ymir was a slave to the Eldian tribe before it became the Eldian Empire. She was just a normal human girl until she gained Titan powers. She was then a consort to the king of Eldia, used as a weapon to conquer Mali and the rest of the continent. After she died, her body was forcibly divided into 9 titans to keep her power going. Some people theorize that she was a Malian, but there's no evidence for this either. A simple one to clear up is, there were non-subjects of Ymir living on Paradise. Everyone on Paradise, at least within the walls, descends from Eldians who were brought there by Karl Fritz. The entire reason Paradise is so isolated is because the rest of the world wanted to exterminate the Eldian race. If there were other races mixed in, that would have shown up either in the political structure or through events in the story. But it never does, so while there may be a few rare exceptions, canonically, Paradise is populated entirely by subjects of Ymir. This misconception I see all the time: Malians can turn into titans. No, they can't. Only subjects of Ymir can transform into titans. The Titan army used by Mali is entirely made up of Eldians, people who are not ethnically Malian. The term honorary Malian gets thrown around a lot, and that's what confuses people. When someone like Reiner or Zeke is called an honorary Malian, it doesn't mean they're Malian by blood. It means they're Eldians who've been granted special status by the Malian government for serving their empire, usually by becoming Titan shifters or warriors. It's a social and political distinction, not a biological one. So again, Malians can't become Titans, only Eldians can. Next up is, the Ackermans aren't subjects of Ymir. Okay, so Ackermans are a special bloodline, and the founding Titan can't control them via mind manipulation the way it can with regular Eldians. But that doesn't mean they aren't subjects. The clearest evidence is in the final season, when Eren uses the founding Titan's power to broadcast his message across the world, and Mikasa hears it. If Ackermans weren't subjects of Ymir in any sense, Mikasa wouldn't have received the message. So, while they're resistant to certain aspects of Titan influence, they're still genetically Eldian and are still tied to Ymir in a broader sense. Let's talk about some Eren misconceptions. One is that Eren can go back in time. Not quite. Eren's powers are based on the Attack Titan's unique ability to access the memories of future inheritors. He can see glimpses of the future through those memories. He can't physically travel through time, nor can he fully control what he sees. However, when combined with the founding Titan's power, Eren can influence the past by sending his own memories to the past versions of Attack Titan users, like how he sends those images to his father, Grisha, and manipulates him into killing the Reese family. So it's not time travel like a sci-fi machine, it's more like memory manipulation across the paths. It's spiritual and metaphysical, not literal time jumping. This one always comes up when people talk about foreshadowing on a future event, which is Eren planned everything from the very beginning. I'm going to keep it plain and simple. No, he didn't. Eren's full transformation into the man who would start the rumbling happens later in the story, not from the start. Yes, he saw future memories when he kissed Historia's hand, but that doesn't mean he had a master plan from episode 1. His ideology and long-term goals evolved after seeing the horrors beyond the walls and after accessing more of the Attack Titan's future memories. The series shows Eren's descent into determinism and utilitarian logic. That descent isn't a sign he had some 4D chess master plan from day one. It's more a tragic evolution of his character, shaped by what he saw and lived through. There you have it, some of the most common misconceptions in Attack on Titan. It's dense, philosophical, and layered, so it's totally normal to miss a few details, but that's what makes it so much fun to revisit and talk about.